job. You've done a good job, bud.
Oh, that's very... Well, I didn't spend...
Can you remember inside at 10 o'clock I shaking hands with you and have a yap?
Yes, I do remember very well. So your name is Rainbow?
Oh, that's the old nickname. Everybody knows me. Well, not only Penryn, most of the county.
Yeah, well, it's a lovely place, Penryn, isn't it? It's a real nice, friendly, vibrant place. People like each other, they get on well, and a good turnout.
Lawrence, it was me. I told you the other Saturday, I would give you the freedom of Penryn, not only that, the freedom of the county council, not county council, the county council.
I should have the freedom of Cornwall, should I?
You should have the freedom of the county, bud.
Oh, that's very kind. Well, that's very kind of you.
90% would agree with me, but 5% the council wouldn't agree with that.
Well, I don't know. No,
I don't know why, but
I don't think the council...
I suppose you would know, but I don't know.
I don't think the council like me very much.
Well, they don't like me very much, neither.
Well, yeah. Anyway, so listen, so you went in those toilets as well, and they were hanging.
No, I didn't go in the toilets.
Oh, you didn't go in the toilets?
I got a mate come to visit me today. He went to visit there with me.
Well, look, Rainbow, it's been brilliant talking to you.
Well, I know, Lawrence, you keep the show going, mate, because you're doing a good job.
Well, that's very kind. That's Rainbow, and thank you, Rainbow.
Oh, I know.
Your proper job. That's Rainbow. That is great. It's brilliant characters. We love just brilliant characters. That's what you want, isn't it? Right, traffic and travel coming up shortly. We'll then have a chat to Tiffany, and I think also. We'll get Debbie in as well, because Debbie for the next 2 weeks is presenting the afternoon programme. Oh, sorry, the evening, well, the sort of 5 o'clock programme. So that's like drive time programme. Anyway, before that, we'll have a chat to Glynis. Glynis, afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, Lawrence. How are you doing?
Yeah, good. Well, thank you. It's very kind of you to ask, because people don't bother about asking me those sort of questions, do they? I have been better.
Oh, dear. Better go and find a doctor, mate. Maybe you can see one quickly and do it privately, mate.
Well, I can't afford that. No, actually, I tell you what, people knock the NHS, but I tell you what, we had a call from a listener, I think he was in Boston or somewhere in America, who said he pays £700 a month into their health system, their insurance, and still has to pay for prescriptions, and still has to pay about £1,000 every time they call an ambulance out.
Yes, yes, they do. They pay dearly for their health. And you're right. When the chip's down, and in emergency service, NHS is very, very good. But it's the day-to-day stuff that doesn't seem to happen. I mean, I was just listening to the tale of this dear lady who lands up paying privately.
Yeah, nearly 400 quid. Yeah,
for a standard, reasonably standard injection. To help her be able to move her joints, etc., again.
So I'm guessing that would be a cortisone injection, would it?
Yeah, cortisone,
Yeah.
Well, I suppose something similar, but I fail to see why, if she's having a physiotherapy at this guard, you're telling me there wasn't an appropriately qualified person at this guard who could have administered that injection? I fail to see the arithmetic behind it all. Honestly, I do. Somebody somewhere, maybe sometimes you call them managers, I think, for Intralisk, that should actually turn around and say, what happened here and why did it happen?
Well, I think the system failed her. And this is the trouble, you see, and this is my criticism with the NHS and with medical services generally. The older and more vulnerable you become, you fall down that list. Because
you fall in the gap,
and because, you know, if it was someone like me, I'd go, oi, this is not good enough, daddy-da, get it sorted. But and that won't be the case. So when I get to 80 and 85, I'm going to be as vulnerable as everyone else. And they'll say, yeah, get on your bike, love, you wait your turn.
I'll tell you what, a mate and I have got an agreement. She was a director of nursing at one point, damn good director of nursing, and she and I have made a pact. I'll make sure she's all right, and she makes sure I'm all right.
But that's great, isn't it? What happens if no one listens?
That's awful. I really feel for these older people who are afraid of challenging the system.
I watched my dad, who was, a legal eagle. He was bright, and I watched his last few years of life, and I saw him being treated with little or no respect. Not in Cornwall, but in the